What's up guys? So today I'm going to be doing the 600 mile service on my 2016 Yamaha R1. So real quick, things you're going to need. You're going to need 5 quarts of oil. This uses, I believe, 4.33 quarts. 4.33 quarts. So you're going to need 5 quarts. I'm going with synthetic. Some of you guys will probably say, no, don't do that for your first oil change. And if you look at the manual, it specifically says recommended engine oil, full synthetic, 10W40. It doesn't say anything about break-in oil or not to use that on the first change. So that's what I'm going to do. Then of course you're going to need your oil filter. So you guys should be able to read that. So you're going to need your oil filter, 5 quarts of oil. Going to need a couple of oil filter wrenches. Got a couple options there. Some Allen keys, some Torx bits probably, mechanics tool set, and oil drain pan, funnel, and of course some paper towels and gloves. If you have a lift, it's awesome, and this is like, you know, an amazing way to do this, but you don't need it. You do kind of need a rear stand, although you could probably figure out a way to do this without even that. Let me grab a ladder here and I'll climb up there and show you how many miles the bike has on it. Let's see. So you guys should be able to see that. It has 532 miles, 532.6 miles on it right now. So doing it a little early, but there's nothing really wrong with that. And in fact, that's what the dealer recommended to me. All right, first thing, you're going to want to go ahead and take out these 4 little quarter turn bolts. Basically you just turn it a little bit and they pop out. You're also going to want to take out these 3 plastic clips. Basically what you do, take something small and pointy, poke it in the middle, and then the whole thing will just pull out. You can use your fingernails to pull it out. So basically what these came from under here. There's 3 little holes. 1, 2, and 3. 3 holes over there. And then there's a bolt here, a bolt here, a bolt back here, a bolt down here. Now we should be able to carefully remove our fairing. Alright, so I went ahead and got the 4th push pin out. So there's one right here, one right here, one right here, and one right here, along with along with your 4 bolts. So you take those off and then you kind of just pull forward on it a little bit and it pops right off. So I'm going to go ahead and set this off to the side. Definitely put this somewhere safe because you don't want to scratch it. Alright, so I put the fairing somewhere safe. Going to go ahead and get the manual out of the way so we don't get oil all over it. Alright, so next we need to take off this heat shield right here, so these 2 bolts, so we can get to the oil filter. So you want to take your large Allen wrench and go ahead and crack those loose. Those are on there pretty snug. Alright, and there's 2. So we're going to go ahead and set this off to the side too. Alright, so next thing, first of all, the engine is already warm because I rode it a little bit before I put it up here. So next thing is to go ahead and remove the oil drain plug. So we're going to go ahead and move everything out of the way and I'll get set up to do that. Alright, so go ahead and put our catch pan underneath. I kind of want to put it all the way under so then I can take the drain bolt out, or loosen the drain bolt, and then I'll pull it in and take it the rest of the way out with my hand. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get the drain bolt loosened up a little bit. Let's go ahead and crack that loose. And should be able to take it out the rest of the way with my fingers. Alright, so I got it loosened as far as I can without losing any oil. So now let's see. Oh, that was messy, but that's draining. now this is where you need the paper towel, so I'll be right back. Alright, so next thing we need to do is get the oil filter off. So I've seen some people say you should use like tinfoil or something. I personally just like to get a couple of nice heavy duty paper towels like this. I think these are like Scott's garage towels or whatever. So just go ahead and take these and stick it over the exhaust here. Like so. And then we're going to get our filter wrench. So I like to use this one normally, but that is not going to clear. So we're going to use the big plier looking thing here to carefully grab this and give her a little turn. Alright, get this loosened up a little bit. From the factory, these things are on there really tight, so usually gotta come at them a couple different ways before you get them off. Make sure our paper towel's up in there. And then we'll go ahead and get this off. Make sure our drain pan's underneath, because this will make a mess. See, this works just fine. I'm sure it's going to soak through a little bit, but it'll be okay. So now it's basically stopped dripping. There's a couple drips coming out of there still, but we're good to go ahead and put our oil filter on. So I'm going to go ahead and get this out of the box and take the plastic off. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and open up one of these. And we'll go ahead and pour a little bit in there. Not too much, just a little bit. And we'll get some of that and put it on the gasket here. And we'll go ahead and screw our oil filter on. Go ahead and get that bad boy on there. All slippery now. Just get that on there nice and tight. And we'll go ahead and clean up any of our excess. And I'm going to go ahead and clean up the exhaust a little bit, and I'll be right back. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and put the drain plug back in. Got a new washer on there, so we'll just want to kind of wipe it clean up in there first, and then go ahead and get our drain bolt back in. Alright, so I went ahead and got everything kind of cleaned up here. Just used some quick detailer and paper towels, because that's what I had laying around here. And so now the manual says to torque the drain bolt down to 17 foot-pounds, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Go ahead and get this guy set to 17. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and torque this guy down. Alright, so that's 17 foot-pounds. Now I'm going to go ahead and go to the other side and get ready to put the new oil in. Alright, so the manual calls for 4.33 quarts, so we're going to go ahead and put 4 in while the bike's up here, and then we'll put it on the ground, take it off the rear stand, and get it perfect. So let's go ahead and put our funnel in there and start pouring. Probably should have opened all 4 of them before I started pouring. Because now I don't have enough hands. Here's 2. And here's 3. And there's 4. So we'll add the 0.33 in after we get it leveled off, and that way we don't overfill it. Because if you check the oil with it up on the rear stand, you get a weird reading. So, alright, so now we're going to go ahead and start putting our fairings back on. First we want to go ahead and put this metal piece back on here. I went ahead and cleaned up everything real nice here. So we want to get our 2 bolts. Alright, got our heat shield back on. Go ahead and just wipe this down with a little paper towel. Get our oily fingerprints and stuff off of here. Now this does move. There's a rubber washer in here that allows it to kind of flex a little bit. Alright, now to put this on, the first thing you want to do is go ahead and put the tabs here and here and here into their proper spots up here. And slide it into place. And once you get it into place, it'll just go just like that and pop on real nice. So now go ahead and get the tabs lined up down here. There's these 2 little tabs on that heat shield that go into these little notches here. So just go ahead and push those in. And next, we're going to go ahead and start putting this back on. So to do that, basically you're just going to kind of pull it and kind of click it around that edge, just like that. You'll know when you have it, it just kind of pops into place real nice. I went ahead and got a couple of the bolts in. So the way these things work is basically you just take this and you push it back out like this until it pokes out. And then you just kind of reach under here and you feel the hole. And wiggle it in. And then just push on that little middle part and it snaps right into place real nice. So we'll go ahead and do that again. Just push it out. Feel the hole. And click it into place. And you'll know if you got it into place or not. Because if you don't have it in just right, it'll just fall out. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and get the last few fairing bolts in here. So it's going to be this one, and this one down here. And then I'll be right back. Well, you know what? Here, let me go ahead and show you guys how these go in. Basically, there's a little notch in there. All you have to do is take it and drop it in the hole. And spin it a little bit. And it clicks. You hear the little click. And it's in. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same on the others, and then I'm going to kind of wipe it all down, and then we'll go ahead and top off the oil.